When it comes to starting Amazon wholesale, there are three proven ways how you can source products. So number one, that is working directly with the brand itself. Number two, that is buying products from a large supplier or distributor. And number three, that is going through what they call a middleman or a broker. So now the question is, which one of these is the best method and which one is the one that's gonna make you a lot of money? So in this video, I'm gonna break down the pros and cons for each method so that way you can make a decision to see which one is best for your Amazon FBA business. Let's get started. So what is brand direct? Basically what it means is what it sounds like, right? You're ordering wholesale or bulk in from the brand itself or the manufacturer. So let's say that you want to sell Celsius, for example, on your Amazon FBA business, right? But instead of going to Costco per se and try to buy them in bulk, you might not have enough profit because Costco is going to make profit itself. So what you're going to want to do is go to directly to Celsius and work a partnership with them so that way you can get them at a lower price, buy them in bulk, and make sure they're an authentic product. So to do this, you have two ways, okay? So number one, you're gonna wanna grab the product if you have it itself, and you're gonna go to the back here, because if you kind of pay attention to the details in the back, it's gonna show you, their contact information to contact Celsius directly. So let me show you right here. So the information is right here in the back of Celsius, okay? So what you're gonna wanna do is call that number behind there. So it's saying here, 2424 Northville Highway, Suite 208, Boca Raton, Florida, then the number itself. So that's basically one way to do it. Second way to do it is basically go through the actual website themselves, whether you can create a wholesale account or give them a call or send them an email. So this is how you would contact, brand direct with Celsius. Here is you go to their official website, celsius.com. Then we're going to basically go to contact us, right? So you can either make that phone call from the information from the product itself behind the label, or go through their website, says contact us, okay? So select the appropriate tab to contact Celsius team, best suited and handle your specific inquiry. So probably we're gonna go to sales, okay? Then yeah, right here. This is how you pretty much an account, pretty self-explanatory, your name, email, phone, name of your company, website, and all that stuff. Your sales channel, we're gonna be e-commerce, right? Or you can do wholesale, probably e-commerce, so that way they know exactly if you have any physical location, and pretty much your information right here. Then if you want to leave a comment down below, if you're like, hey, I'd like to open up a wholesale account, how can I get started, what kind of information I would need, that's basically where you put in the comment here and you hit submit. So yeah, guys, pretty simple like that in terms of opening accounts with brand directly. Okay, so how can you start finding other brands that you want to work with directly, right? So the software we're going to be using to make this super easy, and the only software that you need is going to be Smartscout. So as you can see, I'm in Smartscout's homepage right here, and you see brands, and we're going to head and open that tool, okay? So as you can see, there's a lot of brands out there. Some of it you probably know, like Apple, HP, Samsung, the big guys, right? So, but what we're going to do is we're going to filter, because we want to have a good amount of leads, but not too crazy, because right now, as you can see at the bottom here, there's almost 500,000 results. Like, who's got time for that? So let's go ahead and play with the filters, because that's gonna be your best friend here. So number one, we're gonna put Amazon stock to 0. We don't want to compete with Amazon, okay? Then average number of sellers, this is really important. You want to stay between 1, 2, 3, okay? So basically what you're telling to the filter here is like, hey, only look for brands as 1 to 3, because that tells me that these brands are on Amazon and they're letting some sellers work with them to sell their products, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just hit search, okay? So you can see that kind of narrowed down to 300,000. I mean, it's still a lot. Like, it'll take days or months or years to go through each one. So we're going to go back to filters, and we're going to pick our primary category. This is really important because that's going to help us narrow it down even better. So I would suggest finding a category that you're interested in, but if not, you can feel free to pick any one. It's easy to start with. Our beauty and personal care. You can go with, let's say, health and household is a good one. Even electronics, sports and outdoors, like these are good ones here. Video games might be a little bit more difficult, but let's say beauty and personal care, okay? And let's say their monthly revenue is 200K. So not crazy big, but not too small as well, just like right in the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the results for this here. So okay, so 17,528, still a lot, but not as crazy as earlier. So you can see right here, guys, these are organized by estimated monthly revenue. In stock rate of Amazon 0, then the average number of sellers. So yeah, you would basically hit the little icon right here and go through products, and it's gonna open up a new tab and shows you all the products they are selling for Amazon, and you can look through there. Okay, but again, if you want to find the information, you can either just go through the official website itself. So for this one, issurebin.com, if I had to guess, so on and so forth. So you can see, you just go through here and work that process. So yeah, guys, this is just one example on how to do a brand direct wholesale. Okay, so now let's talk about the benefits of doing, you know, a brand direct deal for wholesale. Number one is you're gonna have higher profit margin, because a lot of brands they're gonna have what they call a MAP pricing. So basically, MAP stands for minimum advertised pricing. So when you are partner with a brand, they're gonna let you know, hey, our MAP pricing is $20, which means any sellers that buy that product right there, they must follow that MAP pricing. So meaning you can't sell it at $19.99, or else if the brand finds out, they can either kick you out, or if in Amazon's case, worst case scenario, they might send an IP, which can affect your health account. So basically what that means is, you know, everyone gets to play fair, right? So that gives you that profit margin, because if it's just a random listing with no map, right, no control, basically everyone can just like lower the price if they really want that sale bad. So it's very, you know, a lot of fluctuation, but with the brand direct, a lot of it is pretty stable. Number two, you can get exclusivity, right? So what's cool about it is you will get what they call an LOA, so letter of authorization. If you are in Amazon, that's basically your, you know, Willy Wonka golden ticket per se, because if anything does happen, you just hand them that LOA, and that helps out a lot with credibility, because the brand is literally saying, this is our letter of authorization that X, Y, and Z is our partner. They're allowed to sell our products. And the last benefit, you're gonna get 100% authentic products. You don't have to worry if they're counterfeit and stuff like that. So that's kind of where cons of the other two methods we're going to talk over, the distributor and the middleman broker, because with the brand direct, you know, you're getting it directly from the source. Like, can't get it better than that, right? So what are the cons? So first one is getting brand exclusivity through brand direct is super difficult. You know, it's going to take a lot of salesmanship, a lot of convincing, maybe some wine and dining in order for a brand to let you be an exclusive seller for them. But again, it all depends on the brand, right? Like if it's a smaller brand, it might be easier to approach that, especially if they don't have an presence on Amazon. But if they're a bigger brand like Celsius, for example, yeah, good luck. So that's kind of like the cons of it. It's a lot difficult to get the exclusivity, but you know, it's a big payoff. Another con is that some brands will not work directly with you. It's nothing against you. It's just the way they do business, right? Because they rather work with a big supplier or distributor, because they know those guys can put in large amount of orders month after month. It's not just like us, like we're pretty opportunistic, right? We're only going to sell and buy products that's gonna make us money on Amazon. But with, you know, with brands selling it directly to a distributor, they know they're going to buy it no matter what, because distributors are going to distribute this product and everyone makes money that way. What is wholesale through a distributor? So it's basically working with a big supplier or a distributor, because they are buying in bulk with different brands and products, so that way they can sell it to different retail stores or just wholesale in general. So let's say you want to sell Lego, for example, right? But we know we can't buy Lego in bulk, because they're only going to want to work with big retail stores like Target, Walmart. So what we can do is go work with a toy distributor. So something like entertainmentearth.com will have access to different brands like Lego, could be Funko, other toys, Mattel, and all that stuff, and we can have access to those products, so that way we can purchase it in bulk. So that's basically how it works. Think of it like, you know, Costco for your business, right? Like they have access to all these different products, which they're purchasing in large quantities, because think about how many Costco's it is in the US or other countries out there as well, then we can go in there, still purchase it in bulk for a cheaper price versus if we go to like our local grocery store. By the way, guys, if you've been enjoying the content so far, make sure to smash that thumbs up button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider it if you want to see more Amazon FBA tips. So to get started, to find a distributor for you, you just want to go to Google right here, and you're going to want to find the category that you're going to want to sell. So for this example, we're going to use video game. Then you're going to put distributor and the city where you're going to be, located, right? Or where you're finding this product. So video game distributors in Miami, Florida, video game distributors in California, etc. Okay, so then you're just going to search for that. We're just pretty much going to go through the results here, and again, do your due diligence when you're finding some. Definitely avoid that sponsored listing, but anything right here, like you can just open this up here and go through the websites and start creating an account, open up with a wholesaler distributor here and go through their product catalog. Okay, so what are the benefits of working with a distributor? So number one, you'll have access to a wider range of products because, distributors purchase from different brands out there, and brands love them because they purchase in such a huge amount of time, and sometimes you get a better deal than a brand direct because they're buying in such large quantities. So we talked about different brands like the toys, they are just getting that in like large containers. It's basically a one-stop shop for you to find all the different products, which leads us to the another benefit is it's a lot easier to reach your MOQ or minimum order quantity. So if you didn't know, a lot of distributors will have an MOQ basically to make sure that, they get their fair share as well. So that usually can range depending on the distributor. It could be $500, $1,000, sometimes more. It just depends again on the distributor. So if you're shopping for different kinds of products, it's easier to buy wide, right? You can buy maybe like 100 quantity of one item, 50 of a different brand, or you can even go deep as you can, like buy thousands of one, certain brand with different products, right? So that's the benefit as well, having the wider products, easier for you to reach minimum order quantity. Another benefit is that it's simplified process all, especially with logistics and shipping, because if you work with a pretty large distributor supplier, sometimes they will actually even ship those products directly to Amazon, saving you time when prepping. So they'll do all the sticker, put things into boxes, then send it to Amazon itself. So it just depends on the distributor you are working with. Obviously, if they're a smaller one, they might not do it, but again, who knows? It doesn't hurt to ask, right? And lastly, distributors are pretty open to what they call net terms. It's basically like a extended form of like a loan. So they can either do a 30 net day term, 60 day, or 90 days. It really depends. If you're just starting out, you're gonna have to build it up. So start with a 30 days net. So basically you buy the product today, for example, and you have 30 days to pay off the whole thing and trust that, you'll pay it off, right? So it benefits a couple things, like for your business, if you have a EIN or a DUNS brand and number, that will benefit you because that's basically, boosting up your business social security or credit score per se. Then another one as well is it just gives you lead time, so it's perfect for cash flow. So if you can get like a 90-day net term, like that's just amazing, right? Like you can do so much with that. I mean, you have 3 months to pay it off. So in an ideal world, maybe you purchase that product, sell it in 30 days, and you kind of just like, having that money back before you, have the chance to kind of pay off the whole thing. Okay, so let's talk about the cons. So number one, it's really hard to vet the products with, certain distributors, right? Of course, the large ones, easier to just Google them. You might see some reviews. You can even use, Google Maps to see if they have that big warehouse that matches their address. But for the smaller one, it's a lot harder, right? Some of them don't even have a website. So you're gonna have to do your due diligence. It's better, obviously, if they're local, because you can go in person, talk to them, see how they do operation, make sure, the products are authentic. So vetting them is definitely gonna be a challenge. Number two, which kind of leads to it, is in terms of having the proper invoice, because with Amazon it's so difficult to get approval with the proper invoice, because that's how Amazon determines if you're selling counterfeit products or not, right? Like things can happen, so you want to make sure you cover your you're behind. So per se, you want to make sure the distributor has a good trace of supply chain where they can trace back. So maybe the distributor purchased directly from the brand. You don't want to go through as many hoops, right? You want to have the shortest route possible from, where you're buying the products to the manufacturer itself, because that's how, can help you if anything does happen with your invoice per se. Okay guys, so number 3 is going to be working with a broker or a middleman per se. And yeah, exactly what it sounds. These guys have access or relationships with brands or suppliers, and they get those leads, then they reach out to sellers like me and you, and that's basically how they do it. And they usually make money from a fee or a percentage of commission from your total order. So yeah, those are the middleman's job. They're pretty much, connecting the buyer to the seller, and they don't hold any inventory, right? That is their job. And the benefit of it is that it makes it easy for you, because you either get an email list every day from these different, middleman or broker, and they just pretty much send you the leads each day and you just purchase it. You don't have to go develop certain relationship with the brand itself or the distributor. Okay, so what are the cons of working with a middleman slash broker? Number 1, it's gonna be a lot more than what you would normally pay if you were gonna do the purchase yourself from the supplier or brand, because they have to make the money, right? So you just have to know that in mind. Another con is that the product quality is you have less control of it. As we had talked about, this middleman or broker don't have the physical inventory themselves, so they don't really check it, right? They're just connecting the dots. So basically, you don't know if these products are damaged, counterfeit. That's like the worst case scenario. And it kind of connects in terms of the supply chain issue, because these middlemen aren't going to give up where they're getting the source from, right? They basically just send you a list. Are you going to buy this product? This is the price. This is what you can sell on Amazon. So yeah, that's pretty much a huge con in terms of that aspect. And if you want to go through this process, a lot of it is going to be like word of mouth. So if you go to like a trade show, or if you're just in the community, you're eventually going to stumble to one of these guys. So yeah, that's basically how you can get started. In terms of that, you can't really, Google middleman out there and stuff like that. So it's about like, putting yourself out there, and you just run into these people with your Amazon business if you just, normally do your thing. So knowing all the 3 ways in terms of how to do Amazon wholesale, now which is the best, right? Like which is the best out of the 3? So in truth, it really depends on your business, because from my experience, I've had, different lucks with different sourcing method. The one that I have the most success is definitely working with the brand itself, though it might take a little bit longer, and also had success working with a huge distributor or supplier. That's why it's important for you to understand the pros and cons of each one and make the best decision, because you're the only one that knows your business the best, right? So yeah, if you are brand new, I would highly suggest to start with a supplier, because that can give you a range of products you can purchase, and also make it easier for you to hit minimum order quantities. Plus, there's so many distributors and suppliers out there. Of course, just do your due diligence and you will be fine. And that's what I would suggest, because that's going to allow you to see progress a lot faster, to gain confidence, and eventually go for that direct manufacturing connection. Guys, wholesale success isn't about finding the perfect one of these methods, right? For me, it's good to experiment in different ones, give it a try. So I would suggest you do the same thing, right? It's about taking action, staying consistent, and develop and grow from there. And guys, if you had found value in this video so far, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you want to learn how to find wholesale products through different methods of sourcing as well that I personally use, watch this video right here. Thank you so much. Catch you in the next one.